Hello everyone and welcome back to Cruel and Unusual Storytime. I am your host, Simon Dexter, and we are resuming a Danny Phantom Fairly OddParents crossover. Goody. So, this is pretty short so far, and I think there should only be 2 chapters left, so this should be the final part. I don't know if the story itself is finished. I suppose we'll find out when I finish it. If not, then I'll talk about it then. So, let's just get started, shall we? Just so we're caught up where we left off, as it turns out Timmy Turner and Danny Phantom are related somehow because their dads are brothers even though they have different last names because... Well, that's really the only flaw with the story so far though, so... let's get started on Chapter 3, titled Strange Things Happening. I'm going to watch myself because I'm using the website and that makes me lag sometimes. Okay, we're good. I thought I was lagging. Once Timmy and his fairies had arrived downstairs, they were confused. Well, Danny should have been back by now, he said impatiently, although he was glad that he had the opportunity to talk to Cosmo and Wanda. Now, Sport, remember that you have to be careful these next few weeks. You never know if Danny's around or not. Wanda relaxed, Timmy said, unmindfully. Also, I still hate that all the dialogue is scrunched into one sentence. I mean... There are multiple sentences, but they're all scrunched together in one little grouping, so it all looks like it's the same person talking, and you have to really pay attention. Danny's not even in the room. Before she could give another annoying lecture, that was mean, the trio heard a strange noise and then a crumbling sound, as though something had just been destroyed. Ah, the aliens! Cosmo shouted before turning into a green kitten and hiding under the couch. Cosmo, just stay as the button. Come on. What have we learned? Bad fairy. He had been quiet for a while, but both Timmy and Wanda knew it wasn't going to be long before he started acting stupider than usual. Okay. Not sure what that means, but whatever. However, at the moment, Timmy and Wanda were too shocked to confront his bizarre act. Without thinking, Timmy ran outside onto the front lawn. Once he was outside, he saw Danny next to a burnt spot of grass. What the heck just happened? Timmy asked curtly. This startled Danny and caused him to jump while hiding one of his hands behind his back. Oh, nothing. I was just enjoying the beauty of Dimsdale, Danny said quickly, while accompanying his statement with a wary smile. Timmy, not buying this for a second, eyed him accusingly. His eyes moved from Danny to the burnt grass. Suddenly he realized something. Where's the ghost hunting equipment? He asked. Oh, my parents realized they left it and came back to get it, Danny explained, trying to make his words sound as believable as possible. But didn't they give it to Timmy? I'm assuming that's actually going to be the next sentence. But didn't my aunt and uncle want Danny to teach me how to hunt ghosts with the equipment, Timmy thought? Okay, he was thinking, but it was in quotations for some reason. Usually when I write out thinking, I just do it in italicized font. Makes it different enough, but not obviously dialogue like you usually see in quotations. That's just me, though. But yeah, he was thinking. Okay, he asked. Oh, shit. Lost my thing. There it is. Danny must have known what he was thinking by the look on his face, because before Timmy could ask his question, he spoke up. Boy, is it getting hot in here. Come on, let's go inside. It's getting hot in here, yet you're outside. Wouldn't it be it's hot out here? Nitpick, sorry. And with that, he rushed in the house with Timmy following him. Scrolling. Oops. Too far. Danny sat on the couch and tried to calm himself. I've got to be more careful. I can't let Timmy or anyone else see me using my ghost powers. Why did I even go outside and destroy the equipment? That was so stupid. Yeah, 'cause you could have used it. I don't know. He harshly thought to himself. Timmy took one more glance at his cousin's face and officially decided something wasn't right. Okay, I'll get some video games you can play on the TV, Timmy said before nearly running to his room. Okay, Wanda, something's definitely isn't right about Danny. Sorry, don't know why that didn't come off the tongue very easily for me. I feel like he's not telling the truth, Timmy told his godmom. I think so too, Sport. Does Wanda really say sport in every sentence she ever says? It doesn't sound too weird with saying it, but for some reason I feel like I'm saying sport way too many times at the same time. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's been a while. Wanda nervously replied. Just then Timmy got an idea. Wanda, Timmy yelled in a sudden outburst. Shh! Remember to keep it down, Wanda scolded. Oh, sorry, Timmy apologized, but I've got an idea. I wish that I can read Danny's thoughts so I can know what he's up to. Well, that's cheating. Although it's specific enough that I can't see it possibly backfiring, because I think he wished for mind reading before, and he heard way so many thoughts that he... Yeah, I remember that episode, because Crocker had, like, the big dome hat. See, I know we were kids' cartoons. They were my cartoons first. Anyway, Wanda's face lit up. Normally she would warn Timmy about this kind of wish, but she was just as clueless as he was right now, and she desperately wanted to make sure her godchild was safe. Coming right up, she said happily. My nose is itchy. I'm sorry. It's driving me crazy. Urgh. She said happily, only to be greeted by the farting sound of her drained wand. What? Okay. Why would it not be working? Timmy recognized that sign automatically and grew a frustrated look on his face. What happened? I agree. What happened? He asked Wanda, but in a quieter tone. It seems as if something is canceling out my magic, she replied. Wait, so you mean we're breaking one of the rules? I know the book's called the rules, but do they call them the rules in their speech? I don't think so. I think it's just the rules. But again, it has been a while. Timmy asked, no, it means something is preventing me from using my magic on Danny. The only thing I can think of that could do that are anti-fairies and goat. Wanda was suddenly cut off by the sound of Danny's scream. The two looked at each other and rushed downstairs. So they decided to randomly throw in the ghost element, and I guess that kind of makes sense, in a way, in its own weird crossover-y way. Like, I could see that kind of working. Oh, is that the end of the chapter? Okay, moving on. Nose is me fucking crazy. Okay, next chapter. What? That's his title. Shit. Huh? Lagging. Why? 1 second. You good? You done being a big throbbing tool now, you piece of junk? Looks like it. Okay. Resuming. Timmy and Wanda ran downstairs and were shocked beyond measures. Before Danny could notice them, Wanda turned into a pink button and pinned herself to Timmy's shirt. Timmy, however, did not notice because he was astounded. His living room couch was split in two, and there was a trail of burn marks on the floor that led to a shaking green cat in the corner. Danny's right hand was now a glowing green, and his eyes were neon green. What did you do? Timmy yelled at his cousin. I'm not going to shout, but just know all caps drives me fucking crazy to this day. Makes me want to cut somebody. Not you, though. You're okay. You know who I'm talking to. Timmy yelled at his cousin out of both fear and anger. Danny's new features did not appear unnoticed, and it scarred Timmy half to death. He got mentally scarred because of this moment, everyone. When he realized his aunt and uncle killed his cousin. It's unfortunate, really. He'll never be the same now. Sad. Anyway. What is Danny? He thought to himself. I still hate that it's in quotes. He has to be some mythical creature, as a matter of fact. Is he even my cousin? No, I read that totally wrong. I apologize for that. He has to be some mythical creature. As a matter of fact, is he even my cousin? That's how it's supposed to go. I apologize. Danny immediately snapped out of his dangerous phase. His phase isn't dangerous. Well, not that dangerous. You know, for the Danny Phantom Fairly OddParents crossover, it's mostly focusing on the Fairly OddParents aspect. Moving on. Oh, I'm sorry, I just wasn't expecting to see a ghost hero as a reflex. He apologized, forgetting that he had not revealed his secret to his younger cousin, which I don't imagine that he would under normal circumstances. He realized that he had made a mistake once he saw Timmy's horrified face. His head jerked towards his hand, and he immediately changed his hand and eye color back to normal. With the hope of calming his cousin down, he thought of something to say. However, he was cut off by his aunt and uncle. Timmy, Danny, what happened? This time Timmy had a reflex. Wanda, I wish my parents were frozen, he shouted. Reluctantly but swiftly, Wanda changed into her fairy form and froze Timmy's parents. The surprised faces shone on their faces. At this, Danny jumped back and let out a yelp of surprise. No one is allowed to see his fairy godparents. I'm sorry. I keep trying to say the title. But yeah. No one else is supposed to know. The only time it's excused that I can recall is if someone else has them too. Then it's excusable. But literally no one else is supposed to know. So I don't see this ending well. Personal thought process, anyway. Oops, 2 more. Okay. What the heck? He yelled while pointing at Wanda. Where did she come from? Timmy got a look of despair and annoyance mixed in one as he looked at his cousin. Her name is Wanda, and I guess since you've seen her already, I have to tell you. This is Wanda, and that, he pointed to Cosmo, is Cosmo. He didn't need to explain that. We're not stupid. At least I'm not stupid, so I could have guessed he was pointing at Cosmo when he was pointing at the cat. Timmy started as he said this. Wanda changed Cosmo into his fairy form and brought him next to her with one wave of her wand. They, Timmy continued, are my fairy godparents. Fairy godparents? Danny repeated, totally bewildered. Yes, they live with me and grant me my every wish, even until I'm 16, because I'm just a pathetic waste of space at this point. It's true. Watch live-action movies with Drake Bell. I don't dare. I love Drake Bell, but I won't watch those messes. And now thanks to you, I'll probably have to get them taken away forever. Don't worry, there's going to be some stupid loophole. I will bet you, not all of my money because I need it, but I'll bet you this doctor's contacts card thing. Yeah, I'll bet you that. Hold on, sport, Wanda began. You know, if we've revealed to other mythical creatures, the rules aren't broken, and something tells me Danny's not too normal himself. I can kind of see that working, I guess. I don't know. I haven't watched in a very long time. I still think that's cheating. Just a bit. And again, I think a lot of the things they do in the later stuff is cheating. She eyed him suspiciously. As these words, Danny's face became red as he started to sweat. I saw the glowing lights, and I know you did this, Timmy gestured to the destroyed living room. Again, don't need the parentheses. We're not stupid. We can figure it out for ourselves. Thank you. Or at least end the quotations to explain it, rather than putting it in parentheses in the middle of the dialogue. Just me, though. So just tell us. I told you my secret, Timmy said after a short pause. Danny sighed. All right, about 2 years ago, my parents built a portal to the ghost zone. Ghost zone. Not ghost world. I think that's right. Pretty damn sure. I know Danny Phantom a lot better than I do for OddParents. Anyway, Wanda and Cosmo looked at the other with fearful looks. As he said this, but Timmy nor Danny noticed. When it didn't work, they gave up. My friend Sam dared me to go in. Long story short, I pressed the wrong button, and now Danny Phantom closed his eyes and let himself transform into his alter ego self. Jesus Christ, my mouth does not want to work. Shit, lost my... Danny Phantom. After the transfer... I just realized I kind of subconsciously tried doing the theme song without really thinking about it. After the transformation, he opened his eyes and saw a flabbergasted Cosmo, Wanda, and Timmy. I'm half ghost. I'm half dead. We're all dead inside, Timmy. Accept your fate, too. We're all dead inside. Cool, Timmy exclaimed, instantly forgetting his parents in the living room. What other superpowers do you have? Does anyone else know about this? Do you actually get to talk to other ghosts? Timmy bombarded his cousin with questions while his fairies stood where they were, shocked. I didn't think it was possible, Cosmo exclaimed. Didn't think what was possible, Danny asked. Half ghosts or half anything, Wanda answered. Sure it is. Why not, right? Yawn. Anyway. God, I know. I must be tired. I apologize. Yeah, so now you know, Danny replied. A hint of sadness in his voice. Timmy was snapped out of his awe and instantly realized Danny was upset about his secret being discovered. Well, you didn't really try that hard to hide it, Danny. And again, you kind of never really do. You just sort of get lucky a lot. You know, now that we know each other's secrets, we don't have to keep hiding anymore. Now we can really start bonding, Timmy said, trying his best to cheer the teen up. Danny realized what Timmy was doing and cheered up for the sake of his cousin. Now come on, Let's go play Crash Nebula Space Attack in my room. Crash Nebula, Crash Nebula, da 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 da. Remember that. That's about all I remember. Timmy said while tugging his cousin's arm. You like Crash Nebula too? Danny asked, surprised while following his cousin. Does Crash Nebula exist in Danny Phantom's universe? I don't know. He doesn't mention it. There might be like Easter egg posters or something in the room he's in. I never know. Surprised while following his cousin, the two went upstairs, leaving the fairies. Wanda sighed, irked at having to clean up the boys' mess. She restored the living room back to normal, and Mr. and Mrs. Turner back to their room with wiped memories of the last hour. Thank you for just calling him Mr. and Mrs. Turner. It's so much easier. Cosmo saw the agitated look on his wife's face and tried to comfort her. What's wrong? At least we know Danny's nice, he said. Yes, but I still don't trust him around Timmy, especially since we can't use magic on him because he's part ghost. Ghosts are the most dangerous kind of creatures, and I'd trust an anti-fairy before I trust a ghost. Wanda spat. Wow, Wanda is a racist. Against dead people. That's just rude. Cosmo was surprised at his wife's change of attitude, but was too scarred to say anything. Again, deeply emotionally scarred to find out he's been married to a racist this entire time. I would be too. Damn it. Now come on, we've got to keep an eye on Danny, Wanda said as she grabbed her husband by the ear and pulled him upstairs. Cosmo did not complain despite his pain. However, he jumped back whenever he thought he saw his wife's pink eyes glowing red for a moment. I've got to warn Timmy, he quietly thought. And that is the Danny Phantom Fairly OddParents crossover. Now, yeah, there's no more chapters. I looked. There's no button saying next chapter. I don't see it. I can't find it. If there's more, you can always find it for me, but I'm going to say this right now. I'm not following any story on Wattpad for you guys. I mean, I love you guys. You're my moon and my stars. But I will not religiously go on Wattpad or fanfiction.net and see if a story is updated. If you want to follow it for me and let me know, by all means. But I'm not going to, so I'm considering this the end for now. So, I'm going to say this. This story was far too innocent for me to criticize whatsoever. Was its premise kind of dumb? Kinda. A little bit. It was definitely flawed. But, honestly, it could have been a lot worse. Like, I hate it more when I read a fan fiction and it just throws in obscenities and sex and stupidness just for the sake of it. This almost actually kind of ran like a real episode of the show that I can almost really see happening. Was it flawed? Yeah. But I can't really say anything bad about it, except that it was flawed. I mean, I'd be kind of a dick just to tear out a new one for being so innocent. Like, Severus Snape, Professor and Lover? Yeah, I could tear that one a new one because, God, it was awful. Dipper Goes to Taco Bell? Easy. My Immortal? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't matter how old you are. It just matters how innocent you're being with the story. And that story was as innocent as it can go. It was trying to be as close as it could, and it actually did a fairly okay job. It could do better, but they also haven't updated in like 7 months. So, I'm assuming they're not going to anymore. Most likely. But yeah, it wasn't awful. It just wasn't fantastic either, because it also was kind of uninspired and kind of copied jokes straight from the shows, but I don't know, what else do you expect? It's written by someone who's 13 years or younger, and it was about a cartoon. I didn't expect poetry. I didn't expect brilliance. I expected it to be shit, but it wasn't. So, that's all I can say about it. Anyway, I'll be starting a new one next week. I actually got a few suggestions this time. If you'd like to leave a suggestion, please leave one in the comments below. I will be back on Friday with more Jane the Killer, the real story. And until then, you all have a good one.